Alright, we should be restarted on my end. Spencer is restarted. I'm gonna refresh his. Okay. Let me tweet back out our stream. Alright.
Me, I think it was only like one or two. One, and I think it's your thing.
Spencer, I am not talking to you.
Oh. Huh.
Alright, should be good to go. We are R. You guys can restart the match. Yeah, we're good. Alright.
Everything good now?
Huh. Alright. Spades take out
Should be back to business.
Kind of big. And yet again, Spades is just staying with the Mercy Pocket, just absolutely destroying their backline. Woody's going to be picked off early by a Reinhardt Fire Strike, but he's going to be picked up by Pop. The Seek's going to grab the turn again, keeping it down so they can keep pressure up. Score with the Ryan charge on the Sigma. And then the Seek taking out their Reinhardt. Absolutely just...
See if they can take it easier than NYIT.
Oh yeah, they're tearing through them a little bit here. That was a really good push by Ace State, just keeping the pressure completely up and keeping the Zarya bubbles and Ana nades off cooldown. Looks like our tanks are going to push up a little bit here to keep them zoned off, just so we can get that extra bit of space. Just absolutely keeping the pressure up while they're being healed by Witty from a distance. The only thing that's contesting them right now is the McCree up top, but it looks like our Widow's keeping him contested as well. Spade's doing an absolute job at keeping their DPS in check. Spades will go down here, but Scorpion will get the nano with a fat shatter. There's just as big. McCree in the backline getting some damage off on us.
Pause
and it looks like that'll be a lost fight for A-State. Never mind, Spades is just taking they're taking them down one by one with the Mercy Pocket. Oh. Alright, Reinhardt's going to be anti. He's got to be forced to back up here since Zarya can't put a bubble on him. Their Reinhardt's going to be anti. And without a Zarya bubble, he can get the pressure up. And there he goes down just like that. Zen's Transcendence. And the Seek gets a huge high noon. Scorp keeping the Zen and the Sigma backed off just so they can push it up and take the game like that. Game 2 for A-State. It's kind of crazy just to see how fast that kind of went. We came in just absolutely aggressive, just pushing them.
I think that's been the case for both games. I think they just go in really fast and they know when to retreat and then go in for the attack. Because every time they go for the attack, it ends up being a win. I think NYT's issue is they don't gather themselves correctly before a fight.
Definitely for sure. I feel like the double shield here is kind of weak though, since it's been through a lot of nerfs. I feel like they would have got more out of the Reinzari, especially with us running an Ana. It's just to keep the Reinhardt, letting him play a little bit more aggressive and not being punished by the Ana as much with antis. But
I
still an
think
absolutely solid attempt by NYT though.
double shield does work, but for the way that A State's playing right now, like I think they're too beefy and they're coming at them way too quickly for them to be able to adjust to that. So I don't know what they're gonna have to do to counter that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. The only thing I can think of is, like I said, probably have to run a Reinzari into them, just because the Rein's going to be able to swing on the Sigma and their Reinhardt just as much, and then the Zarya is just going to keep a bubble on him, so he can just continuously put in the damage with his hammer, and then with Witty backing him up as Ana and keeping sleeps off cooldown and his nades, it's just kind of it's a
It is
dangerous
a
combo
lot
that
to
lets
think
him play
about.
aggressive.
Exactly.
That and you got Spades from the top with the Widow just taking shots out, and the Seek on the ground with McCree just pummeling their shields. It's the absolute amount of like synergy and teamwork they have.
I think the best thing you can do to counter it is just do what everybody in gold does, and if you have a payload map, put Bastion
Strap.
on it. That's it. Can't lose. Poggers.
You just Bastion strat for the win and just hope for the best, or Sim strat. It's kind of all that you got
Oh
going.
gosh. I think everybody's just had experiences like that where you just go against a broken character and they're actually using it correctly. Ugh.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Can I get a free Hong Kong? Sure, bro.
Free
Free
Hong
Hong Kong.
Oh, what do we? What? We're back on Heiken. Free Hong Kong all day.
Is it high noon? Hold on, I'll let you know.
I'm really wanting to see like a fat shatter from Scorper from NYT Reinhardt, just so I can call it out. It's kind of my casting dreams, you know. Just be able to see a
Call it out.
See a 5-man or 6-man shatter.
Nasty, bro. Just be able to get excited and yo clip that.
100%.
The internet makes me big sad if it's not HQ internet. Hold on. This map is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I just don't like the first point on this map. Like this first little choke or whatever. It's never set right with me because it comes into like a really narrow like alleyway to wide open area. Just doesn't really play good.
Yeah. I think that whole building to the right corner is just it could be gone.
I will definitely 100% take Rialto over Havana any day.
Oh, I swear. Just like I've never played Havana before until like a week ago, and I can't stand it.
We're seeing Scorp on the 4-legged horse robot thing, also known as Orisa. It's going to be interesting, especially with the Orisa Hog. If they can call out their hooks and pulls, this could be really dangerous trying to get across the bridge here.
And it looks like
all hits coming out with the run. Oh, the pull was almost
except for their
huge.
tanks.
But they're coming out with the Ron Zarya, though, so it looks like they're going to be able to play a little bit more aggressive since their Orisa shield's not as good as it used to be. And there's Orisa going down early on. But Spades' turn's going to look to take out their McCree. And, oh, the sleep and saving the Hanzo just by a second. It's looking like we're going to have to get the Reinhardt here just to get him out of the fight. They nano the Hog, but Ana gets a fat anti off. And they're going to nano their Reinhardt, and the Reinhardt's going to look for get the Ana, and it looks like we could lose the fight here. Especially with just a
and I think NYT is really going to want to try to fight for this one because if they lose this game, then they lose the series.
Especially, they're coming out with such a strong comp. Like how I said, that Ron Zarya with the Ana just really lets them be aggressive against any other top of, like, tank comp or combination.
Right. That's probably one of the best tank combinations if you want to be aggressive.
Right. And I really like how Ace went with the Orisa Hog, but with them not getting any pulls and their coordination being a little bit off, it's kind of hurting them in the long run. And it's giving NYT a lot of space to work with. They're getting some huge picks here off the Dragon and the McCree. Their DPS are just putting in work, just playing absolutely aggressive. Woody getting a pick on the McCree, but it looks like it's not going to matter because it's going to keep zoning him out.
Yeah, I think if the Orisa Hog pools are not working out, we need to make a change.
It looks like they tried to switch to Ron Zari here, but kind of got a little bit staggered with Radic. With Radic pushing a little bit farther up. They should maybe try to turn a look for the enemy Reinhardt here. With the fat shatter from the enemy Reinhardt, but Woody looking for a pick as soon as he opens up. Their Hanu really got nothing off there, but it looks like it may be able to secure him the point. Oh, or not, because Spades went in with the huge molten core to zone him off from it.
It might be enough to slow them down because it looks like they've just been pushing the entire time. No stop
With a huge pick on the right side. Woody going down, but it looks like they win this fight though, and they're going to be able to stagger the Zarya. Nice. Now they just have to hold the second point for another 3 minutes. I'm hoping to see it. I really want to see what their Ana's going to do here. Hopefully she'll throw out a big nano on top of their Reinhardt so they can get a little bit more aggressive here.
I want to see a Torbjorn Pog.
I want to see a nanoed Garden Gnome. It's going to be interesting. Oh, and then there's the Shatter from Scorp taking down the majority of their team.
You got to give the fans what they want, man. You need a nano boosted Torb.
Nano Torb Pog. Really hoping that they don't spawn, or Ace really doesn't spawn a camp NYT here because it's going to stall a lot of their time and just turn this game around completely. Look at it. There goes our Transcendence and our High Noon. Hopefully, I'm glad they didn't have Dragon here. That could have been kind of bad. And there it is, another fight, one for A-State. Except it's inside their spawn, which is kind of different from.
Well, I think NYT, they have enough ults right here to take advantage, but they need to do it before A-State can build up more.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of big since they took. Yeah, that's definitely big. They got the Witty down, or they got Witty down, and they got Naseek down, and Pops down. Yeah, the fight. That was huge in a way that they used ults. As soon as they took Radic down, it was the fight kind of turned in their favor from that point. Jeffrey coming in with a huge grab here, but they're going to get their they're going to get their Transcendence out, and they're going to be stuck on the molten lava. NYT coming in with a great nano on their Reinhardt, but it looks like it's just not going to be able to get enough done for them in this fight. Or maybe it will. The fight turned, and it looks like NYT is going to win this one, take point. If Ash can get a bomb off here, it'd be absolutely crucial because it's going to give her a ton of ult charge. I was hoping that grab would be a little bit bigger from the Zarya. Would have really helped him push that point a little bit harder. That, and like I said, if the Ash would have got off a bomb there and got at least 2 or 3 people in it, it would have gave her enough for a Bob just so they could push in really hard with that grab.
I think if any team wants to secure the bag and win this, they should have got their pay-to-win jerseys for the Shanghai Dragons.
They're pay-to-win jerseys. Actually, a bit of a Seoul Dynasty fan myself. I get stuff from the team all the time because I think we have Atlanta Reign fans, and I think Scorp and Radic are Reign fans. I'm not sure what the other ones are. I can't remember at this point in time, but definitely get stuff for being a Seoul Dynasty fan.
Well, see, Seoul Dynasty is like, that's my team right there.
I feel that. I've been a Seoul fan since like my PlayStation days, even though they're not the greatest Overwatch League team.
No, but they got a good little color scheme. I have their jersey.
The black
for
and gold
like
and the white and gold for the away.
Yeah.
So clean.
Looks good on Zenyatta.
I was a Hanzo one trick back when Scatter Arrow was a thing, so it looked really good on Hanzo.
I haven't watched Overwatch League in so long. I always wanted to get the Reaper skin for like the white and pink though.
I feel that. I want IKEA Genji, but you know, don't want to fork out the money for tokens.
Right.
It's a huge grab, but the Transcendence just saves him there, even with putting down on the ground. Or maybe not. It looks like our Ryan is going to be able to put a lot of pressure on their Reinhardt. And Scorp takes the round 1v1 and runs with it. Five seconds left to see if they can contest. They take out the ball, just to push it into overtime. It looks like it's not going to be able to do much, though. Scorp is out there trying to zone them off. If their Lucio can reach point, they should be almost to that third checkpoint there, and NYT would have had a lot more pressure to push in. Or for defending, I guess you could say. It was a good round, though.
We'll see how A-State does on the attack now. If they get this,
I'm wondering if they're going to bring out the pharmacy again. Because that would work really well in this map, especially if they didn't really have.
I don't think it would be a bad idea. Like I said, though, best strat, put Bastion
just
on that thing.
Slap a Bastion on the point. They could send TP to the top right roof and just like collapse on top of them. We tried that strat earlier on inside the season, but like we couldn't really get it completely down. But it was really nice though. It looks like we're going to try to run dive here. I'm really interested to see how this is going to work. I haven't seen our teams dive in quite a while, but I kind of want to take it from where is he at? I really want to take it from Scorpion's point of view, since when you dive, you really want your monkey to make the callouts and say who you want to dive on, since he has the shield. I'm really interested to see how this is going to play out, especially since NYT is running the Ryan Zarya again, just for a lot of sustain and damage. It looks like they're just using the monkey to push
Coronavirus.
It looks like we haven't called a dive target yet for anything. We're just kind of playing around. I mean, Hanzo got a pick on the Seek, so it kind of puts him at a disadvantage for a DPS already. They're pushing in and playing a little bit aggressive here. They took out the Zenyatta took out Spades, and it's gonna have to force him to back out. Looks like Scorpius trying to stay and put off some damage or get some ult charge, but he's gonna be taken out. Pop's gone too, and if they get the they took out Witty. Huh. We may have to try to look at doing something different than dive here, especially since we're not playing as aggressive as we was. I mean, given that we
Well,
have
I
to push
think
forward, but
them playing aggressive has been winning the entire time. I don't know why they would change up anything. I think if it's working and, you know, it's not broken, don't fix it.
right. It looks like NYT's Hanzo's really zoning him off though, and everyone that picks or comes in. Wait, Nasik Spades and Witty with huge picks here, and it's gonna give him a lot of space to be able to go in. Nasik's Tracer is just tearing through their team. Radic picking up a pick on the Reinhardt, and Scorpion picking up a pick on the Zarya. And he's just absolutely chasing down the Ana with the jump. And it looks like they're going to push the play up here and keep him inside their spawn so we can get a little bit more. Spades popping Dragon Blade to take out the Zenyatta. And it looks like that's all he's going to be able to pick up, though. Radic. They nanoed their Reinhardt. Let's see how this could play out. Hopefully you can get a shatter here, and there it is. They got the Transcendence out, and their Reaper picks up Pop. Unfortunate.
It sucks because I want to react to the things you're reacting to, but I did it like 30 seconds later.
It's looking like looks like NYT is gonna have the ults to zone them off, or at least the ults coming up to zone them off, given Zarya, Grav, and Reaper ult with McCree ult. And we're gonna try to push in with the Coalescence here is what it looks like. But there's a Zarya Grav just to zone them off, and both the Reaper ult and the McCree ult, as I call it, it's absolutely crucial the way that they use those ults to keep us off the point for the remaining minute. I staggered Radic, and that's all she saw.
Still have plenty of time for at least 1 or 2 pushes left.
The problem with us having time, though, is that we don't have really any ultimates to push in with. Given that they don't either, but it looks like they almost have their Transcendence coming up. So even if we can pick up one ultimate, if the Zen stays up and uses Trans, it's still kind of... It's going to be a lost fight. Yeah, we're going to push through left side here and hopefully play a little bit aggressive. And there goes our run. Scorp goes down, and their Run and their Zarya are just playing hyper aggressive, just pushing in and pumping out loads of damage with that full charge Zarya. They're taking out Witty, and card's not going to be pushed. Pop's just going to try to stall. And I do believe that's GG for this round. It's absolutely unfortunate.
No poggers today. Not for this round. K-Dant poggers. Oh, I love it.
It was a really good game, though. NYT played that really well. I mean, with full holding right here at defense and pushing as far as they did, even on attack, was really impressive.
I think they finally found something to counter. They're being super aggressive, but then
Right.
A-State also switched on their own. I don't think they were trying to counter anything for NYT.
I absolutely agree with that. Run and dive there for attack it's a strong suit of ours, and we've been doing it for a while now. But I mean, we should have just stuck to the Ryan Zarya there and try to push a lot harder.
Yeah, I agree. But hey, kudos to NYT.
Yeah, definitely props to NYT though. They're playing really well.
Temple of Anubis.
Personally, I hate 2CP. Personally,
Well,
I've played so much Full Sky and Hanamura, it haunts my nightmares.
I think payload maps in general just. I've had a lot of bad experiences with payload maps.
It's just 2CP is played one way and one way only. I'm telling you. For this, they're either going to play a Junkrat and a McCree or a Widow and something that can just deal a lot of up close damage with probably a Ryan Zarya or an Orisa Hog. Like, there's no in between for 2CP maps anymore. Oh. So, what has been your all-time favorite Overwatch map that is, come out to date?
My all-time favorite what?
Overwatch map.
Overwatch map. Ooh. I always have fun on King's Row.
Yeah.
And oh gosh, what is it? Oasis. I love Oasis.
I really like Oasis. I don't like, I think it's City Center that Oasis has. I think that's the one that's like not great that they done. But yeah,
Oh,
Oasis is
okay.
definitely a fun one because I think it has University and the other part, the other one that's decent.
And then I guess for like a close second for a control map would be Ilios. I think Ilios is one of my favorites.
Yeah, Ilios is definitely one of the more well done ones. Get it? Because, well, that was cringy. Thank you. I was trying to make a well map
Foggers.
because, well, it was tried. The attempt was there.
Well, Poggers.
And NYT going with the double shield again. It didn't work for him earlier in the games. I'm wondering why they want to try it again.
I think maybe that's a strategy that they use very often, and they're great with it.
Yeah.
So I think they're just, I don't know, maybe they're just having bad games and they want to redeem themselves.
I'm really interested in this Hanzo spot here. How he's coming up behind our team and just really trying to get a lot of poke damage in. No one's really turning and trying to notice for him. I mean, he's not really getting picks here, but he is putting out damage nonetheless. It's looking like we're going to be able to back him up off point with Nasik taking out their Hanzo that was flanking in the back lines. Yeah, and Scorpion just playing hyper aggressive on this Sigma up here. Witty getting the anti off and then them just being able to take down and stagger this Reinhardt. It's a great first point by us.
I
Yeah,
love
I'm
knowing
definitely
that
I like
it's a
Busan and
beautiful day
Lijiang.
outside, and I'm here. Said Lijiang. Lijiang, I have a problem with that just because if there's a really good counterpart to me on that map, I don't ever do well.
Oh, fat shatter. Another big shatter line. Just to counter ours. Absolutely huge. And it looks like they're going to try to stagger Radic here. But yeah, I like the map design of Busan and Lijiang. Just like the aesthetic of how they're made.
Right.
Kind of curious as to why the Sigma's not throwing the shield on top of the Widow to keep our sights out. I mean, she'll start breaking shield down, but it'll take a lot longer. They nailed the score, but it looks like we're going to be able to do nothing with it, and Witty's going to be left out in the open on the bottom right down there.
It's very difficult to get the second point on Temple of Anubis, just because if your team isn't fully like corresponding with what you're doing, you're not going to be able to take that point. There are so many access ways and ways that you can counter the way that people push, and
Yeah,
I mean, it's a love-hate relationship with this map.
I agree. You need a lot of damage to get through this second point right here, and you need at least 1 or 2 picks before you can really get a big push in.
Exactly. And the thing is if you keep going in and you keep failing, like the other team that's defending is just going to keep building up their old percentages, and it's going to counter even more every time.
Right. And it looks like we may win this fight. We got Trans and Nano out, and all we used for it was our Grav. If they can take out this Reinhardt here, and then hopefully go for the Ana, it looks like they can take the point and win the map. And that's what it's looking like. Oh no, the Doomfist is coming in, and the High Noon with the knockup from the Doomfist is absolutely huge here. Doomfist going to take out Ana, and Sigma's picking up our Reinhardt. And that's a fight loss for A-State. That was a really good retake by NYT there.
That's unfortunate.
That Doomfist
It
was
seems they
really
used
big
up
there,
quite a
knocking out
bit.
the McCree.
Seems that they used 4 ultimates there. That'd been really great for them because they would have had a really good time advantage on that one.
Oh yeah. It looks like we can still push in here and get some decent work done. If not, completely take that point again. Since we have the 3 ticks, we should be able to just completely cap again. I mean, with Scorp having Shatter and Seek having Dragon come up and Pop having Beat, we should be okay. And it looks like Braddock is going to be able to pull off his Graviton as well.
Believe it or not, I've
Absolutely
won this map
huge
in
Grav
7
Dragon.
minutes.
They got the Trans out, and they're going to be able to push on a point and take point presence back. And that's it. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left for A-State on their push.
It is a decent time.
That's pretty good time.
And I think A-State's defense has been pretty strong during this series. Like, it just depends on what they run. Because if they keep running what they've been running, like, I think they'll have a really good opportunity here.
If they can keep Spades or Naseek on something that can pick people off from long range, and then put the other one on like a Mei or maybe like a Reaper or a Junkrat, something with a lot of up close damage, I think they'll be able to full hold here. As long as NYT doesn't try to TP to point or do just sleazy silver tactics, we should be okay.
They're stressed out. We're in their heads.
We see Spades bringing out the Torb God himself. Not too long ago, we had a conversation about Spades doing an unranked GM with Torb only. Be an interesting series. I think a lot of people would like to tune in and watch that.
You say Torb?
Yeah, Torb, unranked GM, Torb only.
Torb Poggers in chat.
Looks like NYT's bringing out just as much damage as themselves. I mean, they're switching to the Widow right here to hopefully get a pick off. Kind of curious as to where she's going to go. I mean, with Naseek and Spades being able to kind of put a little bit of pressure on her, and with Double Shield, she's going to have a hard time breaking through it. And there it is. The Torb turret putting the absolute most damage on the Widow. Getting an early pick, making them down already 1. A fat anti from Witty here.
You're a really nasty Widow, like.
So looking like we're going to be able to take this fight and win it. Maybe? Oh no, it looks like NYT's going to take the advantage here and push in just as hard. Their DPS and their Zenyatta popping just as hard as ours was. It's a really good first take by them.
Oh wow.
That was kind of paused.
NYT may have all the confidence right
aggression there. I spectated the Zenyatta. There we go. Now, with them having Nano and almost Transby up right here, I wonder if NYT is going to be able to push in with the kind of aggression that they're keeping and just be able to take point. I mean, they got a pick on the Lucio, a pick on the run, Nano their own run and use Trans. It looks like they're going to be able to take point if we can't come back and recontest. That's a full lot for NYT. It's Pop's going to come in and try to contest by getting some groups on the point, but he's just not going to be able to have the kind of pressure. And that's their attack. That's 4 minutes and 48 seconds on the clock for NYT.
That's insane. I think that's the fastest take I've ever seen.
That was a really quick take by NYT. They kept the kind of aggression up that just let them plow through us. Exactly. You guys, NYT's Hanzo was destroying there. Him, the Ana, and the Zenyatta were putting in absolute work on A-State. It's really crazy to see.
At this point, it really could be anybody's game.
I totally agree with that. If we can cap point 1 and get a tick on point 2, I think we have a chance to full hold them the whole first time, even if they get a little bit of like room and take the first point. I'm thinking we're going to be prepared for whatever they throw at us, though. So we're going to try to wall them off to get a little bit of space here, and we're going to push left side again and try to contest inside this little room.
I think right now NYT is team.
They're taking Scorp out early and Spades. That's a 3P from NYT. 4-5. And there it is. The team wipe. Absolutely insane.
Clip. Tor poggers for A-State.
Their DPS are just putting in insane amounts of work inside this corridor here. It's looking like we have the aggression to push in, though. If they can take out their huge high noon from King Waffle, Mystique takes out their Reinhardt, and it looks like this fight can maybe turn in our favor as long as Mystique take... yeah. King Waffle and JPEG putting in work. Even with the picks Mystique put out, we still couldn't pick it up. We have Scorp on point, but it's looking like the Signal ulti is going to hold us inside the right side over there. Taking out Witty. Scorp goes down. Pop goes down. And the Zarya grab isn't going to be enough, even with the freeze. It's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate for A-State. NYT's really on top of the world right now.
It seems like we're kind of falling off of our rocker a little bit in these last two matches.
I think so too.
I don't know what's going wrong with the team. Maybe the chemistry is just a little bit off after that Rialto match, especially with them trying to run dive, and it may have jumbled them up a bit. Hoping we can bounce back from and take the full hold here.
Honestly, right now it's in NYT's favor to win this game. But if A-State can hold this, that would help them out tremendously.
Even just being able to pull off a tie here would be tremendous for A State, since it would bring the team morale back up. Just knowing that they could full hold them here at 4 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, NYT fans in the chat. You love to see it. You love to see people supporting other people.
It's looking like they're gonna try to go left again with this double shield meta. Reinhardt soaking up a little bit of damage just so his ping can push in. Sigma shield goes down, and it's looking like they're trying to push with Ryan shield and Sigma shift. Immortality from our side goes down. It looks like Ana got a huge anti on it, but it's fine. The Radic and his Seeker being able to pump out loads of damage and just push him back out of the choke point. They should be able to chase a kill here. With Spades in the back line, his Junkrat just pumping out damage with his bombs.
Yeah, I think A-State really needed to switch back to their old strategy.
100% agreed. It's really NYT's Hanzo that's doing a lot of the work here. The Hanzo and the Zenyatta are putting in tons of damage.
Their Hanzo has been one of their key players.
If you can see the angles here where the
entire
Hanzo
game.
is just being able to pump damage out. It looks like it's not going to be enough to touch. And there goes Anubis to NYT. So we're 2-2 now, correct?
Yes, we are 2-2.
Really good plays by NYT there. The run left the point and just kind of... He got the Zenyatta, but it just wasn't enough to be able to get back to point in time with the Shatter.
This is a good series. This is the last game of the series right here.
It really is crazy. I've never seen a team make just as comeback as NYT has inside the...
It was 2-0 and it is now 2-2. Should be a payload map for the last map.
I'm just wondering what we're going to pick for a payload map, though. That's the interesting part. I've seen some of the payload maps that we can play, and I know some strong ones that we have inside of our suite, but I wonder if we're going to pick kind of an off one to offset NYT as well. Oh, it's Control last, I think.
Ooh.
And we're going with Nepal. The Nepal Pog. Hopefully we can get something out of this.
Nepal Poggers in the chat. Winner of this wins all of the marbles.
Let's hope that we can take a win here. I'm hoping that we can get... Okay, we got a decent one first. I was really hoping for the map with the edges on the sides. I'm not sure what it's called. It's not Village, and it's not this one. It's the other one. I was hoping we could get that one first, so Woody could play, or Pop could play Lucio and just get boops off the map. It's looking like...
Traveling to Nepal. Traveling to Nepal.
And honestly, this game means a lot for the conference.
It does. It means so much because we won Fortnite and we won League. Hopefully we can take Overwatch too, but if NYT can make the comeback, I would be really impressed to see it.
Exactly. Yeah, because they got A-State winning the first game in Fortnite. big plays in the second game for League of Legends for NYT, and so this is literally like the best of 5
Right,
for the
right.
whole series. Can't be nervous right now.
What's going on?
I
Looks
believe
like
somebody has left the match.
people are leaving and coming in and out. Kind of weird, champ, I guess. I'm not sure here. I see. So it looks like the custom game lobby was just being kind of weird. So NYT making a little bit of swaps here, it looks like. I'm really wondering what the Hanzo's rank was. I don't know if I can inspect profiles while we're waiting in the thing, but he was really good. I mean, like positioning wise and making picks.
Oh yeah, I think he's one of the key players for their team.
100%. I completely agree with that.
he said he's in plat.
What? No way. Nice, dude. Pog though. That's pretty good.
Plat poggers.
Traveling to Nepal. Initiating match.
Yeah, this was the map I was talking about. I'm not sure which one this one is, but I really like this one just because of the way that our team can play and just absolutely take advantage of the boops that are on. They're on this right side of the pit over here.
Ready for battle.
Let's see. It looks like we're actually going to take advantage of the boops here by having Witty run Lucio. Wait, he wants us to spec him. You know what? What is? I'm curious.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture.
It's looking like NYT's going with the same comp they ran for Anubis. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But A-State's taking the absolute initiative and pushing right into their spawn just to get inside their face. They kept the Hanzo for the same kind of aggression, it looks like. Their Hanzo finds a pick on the Seek, and it looks like he's going to try to take high ground here to find it. And just keep applying pressure and putting him inside this corner. It's going to be hard for him to get out, and the Hanzo's right behind him, just putting in damage now. Absolute pog plays for the Hanzo getting behind him and being able to do that. The Sigma 2 for getting damage inside there and bouncing it off walls. Hopefully we can come back and just speed boost into him and deal tons of damage ourselves.
I think A-State needs to copy this.
I agree. I'm glad they switched off the Lucio for the Ana, because they don't really have anything that can stop the Ana nades, and it just keeps the debuff on them. Something like their McCree's going to go for a high noon, or NYT's McCree's going to go for a high noon here. As long as we can play corners, it's going to keep us, and he picks up spades off of a corner. kind of cheesy. Not gonna lie.
I think if you don't have a
Zeke
Hanzo
picks
on your
up the
team, what are you
Hanzo,
doing?
but the Sigma gets a. The Gravitic Flux takes out both a tank and a DPS on our end. King Waffle takes out Witty. Radic falls off the map, and JPEG gets popped.
That momentum is just it's a lot right now.
We're really gonna have to do something to disrupt them. I'm not sure what we can look for here to actually get the push going. Especially with them having 4 rolls come up now, and us only being able to maybe muster up 1 or 2 if we can get the damage off. Because as soon as they pop that Transcendence, it's another fight that they just get to sustain again. Dragon's coming in to just stall them off point. And JPEG and Nay are picking up both picks on Scorp and Radic. It's tanks down again, and then Witty goes down. And it's looking like we're going to be pushed off point, and we're not going to be able to contest. Oh, Radic's coming in with the ball. Hopefully he can be able to contest points so we can go into overtime. Zexer picking up 3 more kills. The shatter on Radic, they stun him and get him off point, and then they're going to sleep Witty out of mid-air and take him down.
That's Pog.
That's a point loss for Ace State again.
Alright. I just think they need a little pep talk.
0 to 1. Ready for battle.
Radic is picking up the hog here with the Reinhardt. Hopefully he's going to be able to get some big hooks and take down some of their squishy members of their team.
That is your boy Jeffrey Banzico.
Sigma with a big rock and us getting our immortality out. So looking like it was kind of used for Scorp here. He's setting a little low right now. Hog with a big hook on the McCree. Nasik gets the pick on the Reinhardt. It looks like A6 winning this fight. Scorp with a huge charge on the Sigma. All they gotta do is turn for the Ana and take her out.
This may be the first time that they've taken advantage of a fight ever since they started this little comeback.
It's definitely pretty pog that we won that one. Us having point presence here is huge for this map. Because it's really hard to get to this one since it's so open.
I think they need to switch their focus to the Sigma. The Sigma seems to be doing quite a lot of things for NYT.
Yeah, I'm really feeling like it's the Sigma and the Hanzo. Or even the Zen and the Hanzo. Like, they're putting in a lot of work here.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, Nasik gets a pick? Can he get 2 on the Ana? As long as he doesn't get staggered here, this is huge for Nasik. He built up a ton of ult charge off that. See if we can get out of this doorway and push in and try to reclaim point. Even though we only got 33%, we could still try to make something out of it. Looks like we're going to try to take high ground and drop down on top of him. Nasik picking up their McCree. Witty picking up their Hanzo. Now it's popping Coalescence to get that point presence right back in.
A little back and forth.
Where is the high noon? What? Did he? Okay. I think King Waffle just fat fingered his high noon. Looks like they're going to try to take another fight up top again, but I think they have vision from the Hanzo. And there's the Sonic Arrow just to clarify that the Reinhardt's up there. Looks like the Hanzo's going to push around the backside looking for Spades here. Spades with a huge dragon keeping zoned out of that.
You are not prepared.
Jeffrey with the nano Ron shatter just to really clean up what just happened. It was a huge shatter by or it was a huge shatter by Squirt, but looks like we couldn't get anything off of it since the Transcendence kind of saved him there. NYT back with point presence again. You hate to see it.
Hey, Guaning double with the follow.
It looks like the McCree's going to go for another High Noon here just to break shields and maybe get some damage off her, try to find a pick. And there's another Dragon by their Hanzo right in the right spot just to get all that damage out.
The smart play.
Absolutely huge.
The power of destruction.
Looks like we're going to go for another strike and go below here and just try to fight on point, which I feel like would work really well for us. As long as we can get the Transcendence out, Woody can hopefully get down an Amplification Matrix just to keep him zoned down in this. The McCree and the Hanzo
A-State really needs to pull this together.
It's really good they pulled it together, but keeping it together is going to be the main thing here. Especially with them flanking in all different kinds of directions. It's looking like Radic's going to go down here to the Gravitic Flux, and they're being zoned off super hard from that right side. Even with their point presence, they just took the absolute aggression, just pinned him inside that corner with the anti. Like, Radic may be able... Never mind. He got it. And that's GG.
Well, great games from
That
NYT.
was really good.
Great comeback from them, honestly. Unfortunate for A-State, but like they were down all the way, like 2 maps. A-State literally had 1 map to win. They came all the way back and won the whole series of the conference.
Both teams played really good, though. I mean, both teams' DPS were completely popping. The healers were pumping out tons of damage from what it looked like from the spectators' end, and just great gameplay from both of them.
Phenomenal. All right, stream. That concludes our esports conference. To give you a little recap, A-State won the Fortnite show match versus NYIT. It was a bot kill race. We did a best of 5. In League of Legends, we did a best of 3, and A-State won 2-0. And then in Overwatch, we went the full distance, and NYIT took that match 3-2. So GG's to them. GG's to our players. We had a phenomenal day. We've been live since 9:45 a.m. That's insane. Crazy viewership all day. Lots of follows, lots of subs. Thank you again to Muonide for gifting 10 subs in the chat earlier. You're sick. We had lots of bits, lots of stuff going on in the chat, so super excited about that. We have phenomenal casting all day. Show some love in the chat for all of our casters, all A-State students doing their thing, and all of our gamers today for playing remotely on questionable internet all day. Everybody, NYT, us, absolutely everybody. So make sure you hit the follow button on the stream. Follow us on, subscribe to our YouTube, A-State Esports. We're going to post the VOD there. You'll be able to see it on Twitch as well. Make sure you follow the NYT Twitter. Make sure you follow the NYT Twitch. Make sure you follow all their players. They all individually stream just like ours, and they're all super talented. So make sure you check all those things out, and we appreciate you hanging with us all day. We had a phenomenal time, so thank you again to our casters from Overwatch. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
You guys are great. So thanks again, stream. We appreciate the love all day, and we are out of here. Peace out.
prepare.
Shot.